Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for ICP. Now, just real quick on the 4-hour chart, we had a 5-wave impulse to the upside. Expected targets 1.618 for our third, 2.382 for our fifth, which we did hit. And now we have a 3-wave pullback. So first thing I think to myself when I see that is there a possibility we have a low in? And where my mind goes first is how much time has passed. Depending where you want to pull this low from, we can call it a truncation. We can start at the low. It's a 3-wave diagonal. But let's just start from here, just for generalization's sake. And we usually expect a B wave in a larger 1-2 to come between the 618 and the 1-1. So this is more of a guideline, but you can see how far away we are from that. What else do we expect in a wave 2? We expect a sharp correction, most likely a zigzag. Or we could get a double zigzag, like so. Now, if we are in very bullish markets, which crypto can do plenty of times, we expect running flats. We get an A, B, C, like this, and we take off. So when we have 3 waves to begin with, there's a lot of options that can be happening here. Now, if we want to remain bullish on this chart and don't expect these deeper retracements down to like 552, well, I have 2 on there. There we go. Then we want to hold previous 4th wave resistance as support, which is right here on the low end. We're at like 560. So we want this area to hold. So that's what that's the thoughts that go through my head when I see a 5-wave to the upside. Has enough time passed? Where's my previous 4th wave? How many waves are we in? How can we get to this area and still hold support? So these are the things going on in my head. So we'll zoom into the smaller time frame and try and discern the possibilities. Let's go to the 1 hour. I posted this yesterday looking for an ABC to the upside. So Bitcoin made a clear 5-wave move, in my opinion, to the upside, and it had further extensions than ICP did. So I'm a little bit concerned about this pattern. The only thing I will say on this one is when we get more mild retracements, which we got here in a diagonal, because this is so much chop, I only target the 0.618 extension, which we did hit. Let me check on log. Just shy of the 618. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's technically there. So say this is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd expect a 618 for our third and a 618 of the third for our fifth, which we did technically hit. So this can technically be a diagonal. Might even get one more to the upside. If it's not here, might get one more to the upside. And then it hits our extensions a little bit better. But it's really hard to say at the moment. I want to see what happens in this area. If we get some sort of sideways consolidation in a channel even, that would be absolutely ideal. And I might consider taking that long right there. But the one thing that concerns me, if this is the A-wave top, is, remember, I mentioned how we can make a expanded flat where our B wave would come up between the 1.236 and 382 extension. We usually look for a 1-to-1 of our A for our C. And if this is all the A wave, let me put that in green. If this is all the A wave and we're targeting a 1-to-1 for our B wave, we don't come to that extended area. We'd have to have quite the extension, or this becomes 2 zigzags combined. We're getting ABC, correction, ABC. So it's really difficult to know at this moment. But one thing, if we get a nice sideways correction here and I do decide to take the long, I'd have to put my stop at this low. Reason being, 3 waves can also be many other things. If you watch my Bitcoin, you already know this, but this could turn into a triangle to the upside. So I'd want to make sure to protect that low in case we have deep retracements. This could also, again, if we do get that flat, we get a series of 3s and we come down, we can come pretty low, but we still need to protect this low in a running flat. So it's more for a swing trade longer term, but there is positives to this chart. I mean, we're not rejecting too hard. On linear, we did come between the 50 and the 618, even though we're still far away from that from log. We did have a nice rejection on the previous 4th. So the way I would see this turning over is literally from right now, if it's going to. Because this can also be considered just an ABC, right? And we consider coming down in a series of complex corrections. So it's very tough to put a proper label on this right now. I need to see what happens in this area before I can bite my teeth into any primary count. But hopefully we make a nice sideways consolidation, hold the 50 and the 618, so we can get confident behind a count. Or we make one more high and we can get confident on this being a diagonal. But yeah, guys, I wish I had a little more for you on this one, but at least we'll get some resolution soon. If you want to keep up on those updates, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.